Okay, so today we're going to be discussing how much do you make? Taking a closer look at how much money you're making. Yesterday we were looking at expenses. Before that, we've been looking at your whole, doing your numbers as a whole, just looking at your whole numbers from a bird's eye view. Today we're going into a closer detail on just specifically the income aspect of things. So the agenda for today's video, we'll be discussing whether you're in employment, self-employment, whether you're in business or whether you invest or you're an investor. We're going to be looking at all these different streams of income that you may or may not have. And let's start with employment. So employment, we're just discussing about your job. For those of you that don't have a business yet, for those of you that are not an investor yet, even if you're not self-employed, you probably got a job. If you've got a job, then this is where we're going to have to start. So what can we do to increase your income, make more money from your job? So one, we have increasing the number of hours. So if you're currently only doing 37.5 hours or 40 hours per week, you can increase those hours. You can take on extra work. So by increasing those hours, you're going to result in increased income. So if you're doing only 4 or 5 days per week, see if you can go about doing 6 days per week. That extra day is going to give you extra income. Now, if you're in a role where you have an opportunity to get bonuses or commissions, maybe like a sales role, then, trying to increase the amount of bonuses and commissions that you make, that's going to increase your income. That's going to increase the money that you make. 3, getting a raise or receiving a promotion. So if you can speak to your manager and see if you can take on extra responsibilities, take on extra duties, see if there's any extra positions that have opened up or any extra positions that are going to be opening up in the future that you can, increase your responsibilities, your position in that company, and hopefully get a raise or a promotion, which could mean more money for yourself again as well. And worst case scenario, if you can't do any of the others, then simply just taking on a second job to add on to your first job would allow you to make more money. So if you're doing, like I said, 37.5 hours per week, you still have your weekend available to do a second job. You could take on a small part-time job on 1 or 2 days of the week and do that. A lot of people are doing obviously like Uber Eats and Just Eat in their spare time. So when they finish their job in the evening, they're just going out doing Uber Eats, Just Eat. So you can take on a second job that will bring in extra money for you. Now, for those of you that are in self-employment, whether you're like, self-employed plumber, builder, or whatever you do, freelancer, writer, if you're self-employed, we're going to discuss what you could do. So for the self-employed people, more marketing, that's a start. If you can get more people, to actually, allow you to do jobs for them, then you're obviously going to be able to make more money. So, what marketing are you doing? Can you increase your marketing? Can you use more social media? Can you start paying for marketing? If you're already doing some of these things, what can you do to increase it? Could you increase the frequency of the marketing? Could you increase the size of the marketing that you're doing? Just by doing more marketing, getting more people to hear about what you do, then you can potentially make more money because you're getting more jobs. With the better sales, that's another one. Better sales. If you can get better at closing people, better at selling to the people that you're marketing to, you can result in more money. If you can convert more of the people that you visit and more of the people that you speak to into customers, then that's going to make you more money. So also raising your prices. That's going to be another option. If you can increase the prices that you charge for whatever you do, raising the prices is going to increase the money. It doesn't have to be a big proportion of raise. It can just be a small proportion of raise. If you're charging, £20 an hour for something, you're raising it to £25 per hour, or £30 an hour. That's going to increase the amount of money you're making. And then upselling and downselling. If you're delivering a service as a self-employed person, then what else can you also sell to these people after they've purchased? So, if you're delivering a service of cutting gardens, what else can you do after you've cut their garden? You can maybe, charge them extra money for disposing of the stuff. Or maybe you could offer window services or other things you can do around the house for them. Think about what else you can upsell or downsell to that same customer so you can increase the money that you're making from that one customer. So if you're in business, it's very similar to the self-employment in the same way that we're talking about the same aspects. We're talking about one, more marketing for your business. If you've got a business and you're currently marketing on social media, what more can you do? Can you increase the frequency of the social media marketing that you're doing? Can you increase the paid ads? Can you improve your paid ads? What are you currently doing with your marketing? Can you increase that? Better sales. Again, are you looking at the conversion rates for what you're doing in your business? Can you do A/B tests? Can you do split tests to see if you can improve all those people that are coming through, all the traffic, if you can improve the conversions? And raising the prices. If you've got products and services for sale, raise the prices of those products and services, taking it from £100 to £150. Whatever you got to do, raise the prices incrementally, not drastically, and just see what happens. If it results in more sales, or if it results in less sales, if it's still the same, but it's going to result in more income for yourself. Upselling and downselling. A little bit easier in business because, if you've got online business, for example, it's very easy to add on an extra page or two where you can do an upsell or a downsell right after the person's purchased something. So, look at upselling and downselling if you're not already doing that already, because that's going to be another way that you can make more money in your business. Now, investments. For those of you that are an investor, or you've got some investments, maybe you've got a job and you've got investments, or you've got a business and you've still got investments, we're going to be discussing what you could be doing there. So, different ways you can invest. You could start getting into stocks and shares, which is basically just investing into different startup businesses and existing businesses that are public. You can get dividends from some of these businesses, which is a payout. So that would be helpful as well. But even if you've just got some of the money in there tied up, it's going to increase. It's going to go up, or it could go down. But I mean, if over the time it goes up, then that's going to be helping you to make more money over time as well. Property, if you own any properties, or if you have any an investment in a crowd of properties, for example, like got crowdfunding sources where you can put in a small amount of money, and then you be part of a property that's been purchased, and you don't actually own the property, but you own a share in the property. So you can do that. Or if you own your own property, the rent. Could you increase the rent? Could you add in an extra room that you're going to basically, rent out? For example, if you're currently just renting out 3 bedrooms and you've got the living room spare, maybe you could basically turn the living room into another room. See what you can do with the properties that you own to increase the income. Maybe you could create storage facility at the back and then charge some of the tenants that are there and see if you can make more money from that. But just think of ways that you can, make more money from your property. Currencies, you can start investing in, Forex, crypto. You can look into that, study that a little bit and see what you can do. If you can start trading that, or if you can start doing long-term investing into that, see if you can make more money. Same thing with the commodities. See if you can basically put some money into commodities, gold, silver, all the different things, all of these investment opportunities. You're going to have to obviously go and learn it a little bit, but see if you can experiment with this, see if you can start delving into this and see if you can make some more money for yourself on top of your, your primary source of income. So the action steps for today, your action steps, simply just to increase. I want you to go about setting some targets for yourself for your income and see what you can do to increase that. Then with the tips that we've just gave today, I want you just to take one of those tips and just implement it. Then evaluate it. See if you've increased your income over the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. See if you've made an increase. And then if you have made an increase, then repeat the process. Set a new target, implement it again, and see if you can make more increase. And as usual, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment below, and I'll give you my 2 cents.